Once again, very good afternoon to everyone. On behalf of ZILLIONe Business Solutions, let me welcome you all for today's webinar. First of all, I believe all are doing well and safe during this pandemic. I'm Sitara Lakshani, Key Account Manager for ZILLIONe Business Solutions. Nowadays, most of our clients are working from home, so therefore digital transformation has a huge impact for our day-to-day life. With this in mind, clients are experiencing several interruptions, service breakdowns. Therefore, ZILLIONe Business Solutions reach out to Acronis, who is a leader in cyber protection, where the head office is located in Singapore. So I have a very expertise person in ZILLIONe Business Solutions, Senior Business Development Manager, Fayaz Ahmed, to give you more insights about the cyber protection, what we are telling about Acronis. So let me hand over to Fayaz Ahmed. Fayaz, over to you.
Thank you, Sitara. Thank you, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I welcome warmly everybody to today's session. From the ZILLIONe, we host this Cyber Protect Cloud on behalf of Acronis. I really take the privilege of welcoming you, in spite the busy schedule, have it in the pandemic time to join this short session. So my name is Fayaz. I'm a Senior Manager Enterprise Solution at ZILLIONe Business Solutions. In today's agenda, we'll be covering the emerging data trends, the need for the data backup, how Acronis ranked, Acronis advantages, and how the licensing and sizing part happens in Acronis. We will discuss briefly about the product basic and advanced suite, and we'll open the floor for questions. In this session, if you have any questions, feel free to type the question to the given question bar down there. And our expertise who had just joined from Acronis principals, they will at the end of the session will answer the question relevant. Just to start it off, let me give you a small introduction as to what ZILLIONe is. ZILLIONe established in 1979, grown to become a leading enterprise technology solution provider within strong in-house development capabilities, and with an exceptional global partnership with renowned technology brands. Over a span of 42 years, ZILLIONe has served over 400 plus clients from different industries across the world. So in a nutshell, we serve all the verticals. It could be government, manufacturing, food and beverages, education, and any sort. We do also provide different solution in which ZILLIONe focusing towards the ERP side of which, data protection, and also software development. Just to give you an overview on our solutions, primary goal of ours is to introduce customers, SME sectors, enterprise resource planning, that is ERP. Then we have our locally developed solution to cater to the Sri Lankan market as to the labor roles and everything, the human resource management. We have insurance broker system for the companies who are involved in insurance systems. We also have student management system for catering to universities, schools, and organizations. Post solution vastly sold to industries where they are doing a retail outlet chains or hospitality verticals. And today's meeting is all about Cyber Protect Cloud and backup solution. That is our key area as well. And we do software development and training. These are the major solutions that we provide through ZILLIONe solution. Now let's talk about the product Acronis. Beforehand, let me tell you why this is important. First and foremost, today's world run on the data protection. Data is more challenging than ever before. It's due to three emerging trends. First and foremost, number of devices. Number of devices growing at an exponential level. Every device is connected to the Wi-Fi today is at the risk of getting some vulnerability attack. Over 300 billion devices by 2022 is expected to come on board. And only 1% of this will be located in the organization of a data centers. So when we use the internet, when we have a lot of devices, what is the problem that we face? We face a lot of security threats. Security threats are not used to be what it used to be in way back. Now the hackers are using more cloud computing power and artificial intelligence to make attacks more effective. As a result, global demands for ransomware is growing at large. Attacks are estimated uh, in this year itself, it's more than 20 billion US dollars. So when we don't protect our data, people tend to leave the data encrypted, and they will ask for sometimes the payment through bitcoins, and then we will go in looking for a solution where we can get it to encrypt them, decrypt them. It won't work. So the better way is always have the precocious means of getting our data protected. And what is the third trend is that, as you all aware, when we have data, where do we store it? We will store it in many means. One is the data center as an organization, or we store it at our mobile devices. Even we can use the edge computing. A need to manage and protect the data of all companies is mandatory. Traditionally, backups are not helping. Signature-based antivirus are not helping either. Keeping up with the security protection in traditional way is no longer a choice. Organization should be a cyber fit. In that context, data centers also with the growing demand of data, it's becoming very expensive. It's occupying a lot of footprint of every organizations, and the resources to manage that is also equally expensive. So these are the three main trends that we are looking at. What is the growth of a data is going to be? So in order to overcome all these issues and tackle the challenges, a leader in the market called Acronis had come out with a proper product that to address the data challenges. Acronis is a Swiss and Singaporean based company founded in Singapore in 2003 and incorporated in Switzerland in 2008. Acronis now has more than 1,000 employees in 18 countries. It's a solution trusted by more than 5 million customers and 500,000 businesses, including 79 of the top 100 most valuable brands that I have mentioned it out there. So as you can see, global leader in backup and protection is Acronis, have over 40% of market penetration in Europe and USA, and Middle East and Africa and Asia Pacific. They are growing at a rate of 20% and looking forward to capture more. Now, why do we need to select the organization which is reliable at present? Because Acronis is itself is an AI, artificial intelligence based cyber protection and cyber cloud and cyber platform. It's named to the visionary of quadrant in Gartner, and in 2020 Magic Quadrant for data center and backup and recovery solution. As you're all aware, the Gartner is giving the recognition of a product, how fit are they to operate on a separate domain. So Acronis has been recognized for many more years in that domain. So for the people who already been in the industry, you must be having a concern over the recognition of the product. Basically, Acronis covers almost every part of the certification and industrial recognitions. It's a VB100 certified AV test participant and test winner. Even they have MVI membership. So it's basically covers the whole landscape of every security needs. And when it comes to data center, Acronis security certification is well recognized. They are GDPR compliant, ISO 27001 compliant, and TAA compliant as well. Privacy Shield is there for Acronis to act as EU, US, and Swiss US Privacy Shield certified vendor. So they are very reputable. They have the basics right. To make it more versatile, what they had come out with all-to-all connectivity solution that had developed in. It's enhanced by its award-winning AI-based active protection technology. Acronis backup is connectable between physical and virtual environment. It could be of physical to virtual or virtual to virtual or a virtual to physical or physical to physical. Not only that, when we talk about the backup, there can be any several medias that you wanted to back your data up with. So here you can utilize either local devices or NAS or SAN or tapes or cloud. It's all can be utilized to do the backup and a hybrid backup solution. Um, Furthermore, you can even have file and system backed up to the granular recovery levels. Acronis also on a very specific way work in restoring data in means of less than 15 seconds in case of the system failure. So they have a very good restore system in action. Now, how does it work when we look at this system? What is the key policy behind this? How they actually design this? Unlike other solution, Acronis works together with a combination of data protection and cyber security. They don't just do only the data protection or either not only the cyber security. It's a combination of both. One of the reasons why we consolidate everything to a single platform is just because integrated autonomous cyber protection is what people need today. So when we developing a product, what are the vectors of cyber attack one can have on the material is very important. They came out with the guide set of principle they referred as a SAPAS. Is an acronym. They use 5 vectors identified as the people need to consider if they need to take care of their data. So I'll go by one. I'll go by each of their 5 of their important vectors. The first one, they consider this as a safety. When we back it up, as you all are aware, safety is important. You don't want to lose your data. When you back it up, the data should be intact. Nothing is lost there always. A copy of recovery is always being kept there safe. That's why they work with the vector of safety. And just after that, accessibility is another important part of it. When we talk about accessibility, I wanted to get an access to my data, regardless of where am I, regardless of where my second copy of the data is located. And any time of any means, I should be able to access them. So the accessibility is kept very easy with it. And third point is privacy. I only have access over my data. I don't let anybody else to use my data. That I believe is a very important part because your data is your asset. So I only be able to give control even if somebody requested the data access to. Therefore, my data to those I designated can only be accessed. And the rest don't want to have access to them unless I give them authorized access. So privacy is a main concern. That's our third DNA of our vector protection. And the authenticity. Then when we talk about authenticity, data is not as simply being a danger of deleted, move or damage. So we ensure the data is not being moved anywhere or it's got damage or it's got altered. What you save is what you get at the end of the day. So as you all are IT professional, you are aware of the 3-2-1 principles. We always tend to keep 3 copies of a data if it is very critical for us. And 2, we store it on a outside, and 1 we will keep it with our local drive. And those 2 we kept it on a cloud or a SAN or a NAS. We should be able to retrieve it at any given time. So at that point, authenticity is so important. Data is not being deleted or altered or damaged. So that is being taken care of. And the final vector is the security. We know there are people means to have harm, bad actors in the world, and like hackers. They tend to get to the copy of our data, and we need to protect ourselves against those bad actors of the world. So we have a special algorithm. Acronis has a special algorithm that they utilize to secure the data. Taking this into account, we need to build a cyber protection system with all these 5 key vectors. So they utilize these 5 key vectors to make sure that our data is being protected. Um, Now we looked at how they work. Now let's see how well we can also work with other vendors and the rest of the activities. As you can see here, let me open my pen. So this is the product category that we are going to focus upon. Basically over here, what you see, Acronis has got a Cyber Protect Cloud, in which you have Acronis Cyber Protect Cloud, Acronis Backup Cloud, Acronis Cyber Disaster Recovery Cloud, Acronis File Cloud, Notary Cloud, and Infrastructure. So Acronis set the standards for cyber protection and hybrid cloud storage through its innovative backup, anti-ransomware, disaster recovery storage, and enterprise file sync and share solution. We are going to see the cyber cloud is in a platform. It's delivering through other means also. Now, when you as a customer, when you wanted to have a product, you just simply want that to have a backup. You wanted to also have a disaster recovery in case of your system fail. And some people tend to use different ransomware protection. Instead of that, we also cater ransomware protection under one roof. Malware protection is also available. Vulnerability assessment, patch management, URL filtering, thread alert, file sync, file notarization for blockchain and their applications, and e-signature, secure storage. So it's all under one product you can have as a services. More to it, if you are running at present a different different parties to integrate your system with, we are fully integrate. We can fully integrate all your solution under one single platform. It could be AWS, it could be Flask, Autodesk, cPanel for web designing and management, or even for a cloud application, it could be Azure, even Google Cloud. Everything can be brought under the integration umbrella of Cyber Cloud. So we work 360 across. We can mix and match all our offering and functionalities for you with a single interface, with a single set of login. That's the unique of Acronis. Now, what is the advantage that we have it over the rest of the product out there? First and foremost, the important part that we say, the regular solutions like the legacy backup and antivirus solutions have a couple of issues with them. First, they are very complicated. License deployment and training, and often there is a conflict between the agents. A lot of finger pointing happens, who is responsible for what, when we have it antivirus from somewhere, and then we have endpoint protection from somewhere, and UTM from somewhere. So this tend to become a very complex situation. We got to talk to so many parties. Wherein Acronis sort this out with all simplified and remove all the complexity and risk associated with this, and it's very easy access. You just end of the day need to talk to only one vendor, one service provider, that is ZILLIONe. And just after that, all your problem will be solved. We'll take the full responsibility of all your issues. Then talking about the cost effectiveness, when we are managing too many vendors, one for endpoint protection, another one for backup solution, and one for managing the data, this is again leads to a point where the solution becomes more expensive. When it's more expensive in terms of OPEX and CAPEX, the organization will suffer a lot in this pandemic time to manage those. In turn, we encourage you to use a single solution that Acronis can work seamlessly with all sort of your requirement, and only one license you will buy to manage all your services. And most of all, you will sign only one SLA, service level agreement, with ZILLIONe. Therefore, any issues that happens within your organization, it could be of user issues, backup issues, or connectivity with other platforms, you can always come back to us, and we have a technical team, expertise, certified engineers who can come and resolve all your issues in a go. And the third part that why we are very secured. Um, Now, when it so happened that when we have um, somebody from cyber protection, from data protection and rest of it, a lack of integration creates a lot of issues. There's a tendency that in your UTM or some of your ports are being opened and exposed to vulnerability. So this all can be sorted with a secure network where customization of your services and delivery complete protection, and for every workload we can utilize it. So total peace of mind for you and your organization. Um, as you may aware, for many professionals who are into the data storage, there's two critical components that we talk about. One is recovery point of objective, RPO, and recovery time objective. These are the two parameters of disaster recovery or data protection plan. These are objectives that can be guided, uh, that can guide enterprise to choose the optimal cloud backup and disaster recovery plan. For example, if you want to set your parameters to recover very quick within say 15 minutes or 20 minutes, Acronis has the accessibility, or you can set the parameter as to when and where and how you wanted to retrieve the data. So up to what point in the time cloud to business process recovery process tolerably given to the volume of data lost during that interval can be restored by yourself. So next we are going to see what we have as a product. We actually have two set of products. One is the core product, another one is the advanced version. In the core product, what you are seeing in here, the whole this Igloo version is what we are offering as an essential product from Acronis. How is the product is organized? As I say, there is a two level of a product. First is the core of the product that provides a single solution with multiple capabilities, enabling you to deliver customer complete peace of mind. So we are going to talk about included features and pay-as-you-go features. Now, here, first we have a security. Second, we have management. Then you have backup as pay-as-you-go services, and you have a disaster recovery, notary, file sync and share. So these all included as your core main product. Now, if you, for instance, take a security, it has cyber fit score, vulnerability assessment, active protections, and device control. This will be included. You don't need to pay for this extra. It's included as a base product. And when you talk about management part, in the management part, global management of workloads, centralized plans, as we all are working today from home and remote locations, remote desk and remote assistance are very critical. So this is included as well in the base product. We don't need to pay for it. And hardware inventory, you can see what is inside your hardware, the specification of your PC servers and everything. It is included. Then if you want to add, only you have to add by paying it on a pay-as-you-go model. The backup, the file backup is there, image backup, you can include it, application backup is included as well, network share and backup of cloud storage and backup to the local storage. The total backup solution is provided. So this we call it as a base solutions. And then if you wanted to have additional features, on top of this, we can add advanced pack for enhanced performance. That comes in handy with advanced security, and you have advanced management, advanced backup, and advanced disaster recovery as well. So looking at this, one would wonder what product you wanted to have it, or what solution you wanted to have it. Do not fear any, because this solution can be introduced to you one-to-one basis. If you have any requirement, please reach out to our account managers. There's Sitara, Shalomi, Yashoja, and myself. We will leave our contact details just after this session. Once you have any requirement, please feel free to ask us. We can give you a trial run to feel and have an exposure towards how it looks like. And also, if you have any specific need, we can come and do a proof of concept as well as per your need. We are almost at the end of the session, so we would like to announce that the people who have participated today, we are happy to give you 10% off on your licenses. You can use this code, promotional code 8721ACZBS. Once you show this code to us, one of our staff members would be able to give you 10% discount for your organization. And finally, if you have any questions or any concerns, do feel free to suggest so that our team experts out there can take part in it. Suhas, Bhumika, are you there? Any questions, Chamushka?
So far, no fires.
All right, good stuff. So I guess we had 43 minutes of session so far. If anyone have any other questions, you can feel free to reach out to your respective key customer, key managers. And as I said, Yasuja is there, Shalomi as well as Sitara. We'll be happy to have a session with you one-to-one. If you have any questions or concern, do not hesitate to contact us. We will be happy to see you again. And thank you very much for your participation and hope you all very happy, safe stay. Thank you very much. Thank you for joining the session.